lovely gravel pass runs along the east-west axis through the mountains between the farming areas along the R365 in the west, with the Witelskloof pass to the east, near the N7, close to Clan William in the Sandveld region of the west coast. The pass is a little tricky to find. Head north out of Piketberg on the tarred R366 for 35 kilometers. Turn right onto the R365 at the point marked Lambert's Bay. Soon after the turnoff, a river is crossed. Remain on this road heading roughly northwest for 29 kilometers, then turn right onto the Witelskloof Pass road. The road is generally in good condition, but corrugations can make for a bumpy ride. As with most gravel roads, we advise tire deflation to 1,4 bar for improved traction and a softer ride. But remember not to exceed 80 kilometers per hour, especially once back on tar, as soft tires can overheat and cause a blowout. The road initially heads east on the southern bank of the Alexandershoek rivier, passing two farms, Alexandershoek and Niverus, both on the left-hand side of the road. The road is fairly level at the western end, but after 7 kilometers the ascent begins in earnest. Two peaks loom ahead and to the right-hand side of the road. These are Kleinberg with an altitude of 512 meters and Rondeberg 823 meters a little further behind. Opposite these two peaks is the farm Klein Alexandershoek. The South African potato industry contributes over 2% of the gross value of agricultural products in the country, generating 2.5 billion rands per annum. Potato production is the core economic activity and employer in the Sandveld region, producing an annual turnover of 400 million and employing 3,250 people. Many farms along this pass also produce citrus products. From the farm Klein Alexandershoek, the road ascends steeply towards a natural neck in the mountains. At the summit point, just before the S-bend that signals the descent, there are sweeping views of the mountains and plantations of potatoes and rooibos stretching as far as the eye can see. The Sandveld region produces vast quantities of potatoes and is South Africa's premier potato growing region with a perfect climate and soil type. High input costs and challenging farming and environmental conditions make maintaining a viable enterprise difficult for farmers in this area. The core potato production area coincides with the Greater Cederberg Biodiversity Corridor, an important ecological corridor in the heart of the Cape Floristic Region biodiversity hotspot. The region is home to 58 rare and threatened plant species, 30 of which are endemic, and 6 endemic vegetation types. 6,600 hectares of potatoes are planted annually, placing significant pressure on biodiversity. Halfway down the descent, the road passes the farm Witelskloof, which translates into White Alder Ravine, which is on the left, whilst on the right a deep kloof known as Witelskloof can be seen. A few hundred meters further, a turnoff to the right leads to 3 farms, Olivenboskraal, Robertshoogte and Waterval. 1 kilometer further, the road splits at a Y junction. Turn left here to reach the Witelskloof Pass and the N7 to Clan William. Alternatively, turn right and head southeast to the Witelskloof Pass and the N7 at Citrusdal. The Witelskloof Pass is without doubt another of those roads less traveled.